Shalom Talmidim. Welcome to Beginning Hebrew. The book that we will be using is the Hebrew Primer. You can order this book from Behrman House. And I would recommend that you do that because it has a lot of good things in there that we won't be covering. What we will be covering is the Hebrew alphabet, how to transliterate so we can read transliterations, how to write in cursive, and we'll do some basic conversation. At the end of this course, you should be able to transition into either biblical Hebrew or conversational Hebrew. In lesson 1, we will be doing one letter that has two sounds. Vet, which has a V sound and is transliterated with a V, and bet, which has a B sound and is transliterated with a B. The difference is that the bet has a dot in the middle, and we call that dot a doggish. The doggish makes the sound hard, B, rather than V. The vowel that we're going to use is sere. Sere has an E sound. It's two little dots. Hebrew does not have letters that are vowels. What it has is called nikudot, which are symbols that go underneath the letter that makes a sound. So let's start with line 2. Here's a bet with a sere. So be, be, ve, be, ve, 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 ve. In line 3, we see that we have two vowels. Two vowels means there's going to be two syllables. Bebe, 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 bebe. This one, they forgot the nikudot. Line 4. This one only has one syllable because there's only one vowel. Beb, bev, veb, bev, beb. Line 5. Be, be, bev, ve, ve, vev, be, be. On the right, we see the transliteration. So we have bet and a sere. Bet is transliterated with a B. The sere is transliterated with an E. So you have bebe, beve, bebe, and vebe. In lesson 2, we have two letters that look very similar. Resh, which is an R sound, which is kind of flipped off the tongue, re. And the top of the resh is curved, and we transliterate it with an R. Then we have dalet. Dalet is the D sound, transliterated with the D, and the top of it has this little part that just sticks out just a tiny bit. So as you can tell, they're kind of hard to tell apart, especially when the letters are small. We have two new vowels, Kamatsu, which looks like a T, and patak, which looks like a hyphen. The Kamatsu and the patak both have an ah sound. Kamatsu is considered a long sound, and the patak a short sound. And we will learn more about this later, but they're both transliterated with an A. So let's look at line 6. Ra, ra, rar. Notice there's only one syllable. Re, re, re. 7. Da, ra, ra, de. Re, da, da, re. Line 8. de, ra, re, da, ra, 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 da. Line 9. Da, be, re, va, ba, ra, da, va, ba, de. Line 10. Ra, rava. This has 3 letters, but only 2 syllables because there's only 2 vowels. Ra, bab, bar, barad, daber. Over on the right, we see the Hebrew transliterated. The first one is rare, dade, rada, dere, red, dare. Hopefully you've been practicing your Hebrew reading in your book. And as we go over this, you'll realize that you are an awesome student. So let's look at line 1. Da, be, re, ba, bere, bav. And here's the transliteration. Line 2. Bav, babe, dave, baba. Line 3. Vade, der, dera, rav, dar. Line 4. Bar, rad, dar, davar. Line 5. Dab, vera, barad, daber, berav. Keep practicing. You probably need to go over it just maybe once a day. In lesson 3, we have sheen and seen. The only difference is where you put the dot. On the sheen, it's in the upper right-hand corner. In the seen, it's on the upper left-hand corner. The sheen is transliterated with an SH and pronounced sh, whereas the seen is just the S sound. So you transliterate it with S. We're not going to learn a new vowel this time, so let's just start with line 1. You would say sha, sha, she, sha, she, sha. Line 2. Sha, 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 she, she, sha, sha, she. Line 3. Sa, se, sa, 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 se. Line 4. Sa, sa, se, se, sa, se, se, sa. So now we're going to do the Hebrew, the transliteration, and the cursive. If you haven't seen the cursive video, it's a separate presentation. So the first one is shar. Sheen is SH, Kamatsu is an A, and the resh is an R. So it's shar. Dots on the right-hand side, Kamatsu. And you don't have to put the nikudot if you don't want to. And the resh. Next one is rash. Notice it is one syllable, rash. So you have the resh, which is an R, the patak, which is an A, and the sheen with the dot on the right-hand side. Next, shaba. So you have your sheen, the dot on the right-hand side. Oh, sorry, it's hard to do. Kamatsu, and then a bet. A bet kind of looks like a dinosaur head with an eye there. And it is a patak. Next, dash. Dash. You have a dalit, the patak, and then a sheen. And the last is saz. Saz. This time, the dot goes on the left-hand side. You have patak. You have two of them. But the second one has no vowel because it is one syllable. So now we're going to do some conversation. The first one is, Shalom, Talmidim. You may have heard me say this at the beginning of class. Shalom, Talmidim. Hello, students. Now I'm going to say it and you repeat. Shalom, Talmidim. Very good. Next, we're going to do how are you. In Hebrew, we say things in either the masculine or the feminine. So if you were to say how are you to a man, you would say Ma shlomcha. Ma shlomcha. Do you hear shalom in there? It actually means what is your peace, or how are you? So I'm going to say it and you repeat. Ma shlomcha. If you were saying how are you to a woman, you would say Ma shlomech. Ma shlomech. Now I'm going to say it and you repeat. Ma shlomech. Now, how are you going to answer if someone should ask you? Well, you could say tov. Tov. Or you could say lo tov. Lo is usually the negative. Lo tov. Not good. Or beseder. Beseder. Okay. So now you should practice these, and you should practice your cursive, practice reading. We should have 3 lessons for each class, and I will see you in the next class.